a disk floating through space with a tiny sun.
Hey, I'm FTFE, welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what sending someone death threats does to your business model if your business is running a spirituality retreat. Despite the awesome intro and graphics I just showed you, unfortunately there isn't going to be a debate tonight because it appears that including someone else, namely MCTOON, in the debate was far too scary a prospect for Santa Claus and his magic elf. So MCTOON, congratulations for being extremely terrifying and making Santos not turn up.
I get that a lot. Oh, the poor guy.
I know.
So sad.
I'll show the emails. Actually, we'll go through the emails in a bit. But he was the one that was like, yes, round 2, we're going to do it. And he suggested Wednesday, but I'm busy Wednesday. I'm actually debating Mitchell from Australia. So we'd agreed that today was going to be the day it was going to happen. We've got all the confirmation, and only today has he emailed back and basically said, no, you're being sarcastic, obviously, but he says, you're too much for me. I concede. Well done for killing the globe, which kind of contradicts his own statement there. But we don't need Santos anyway, do we?
Nobody really needs Santos.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
No. We were asking Santos some questions like, Santos, what did you like to do, back when you were younger, in your early days? And this is what he said.
When I was a young boy, I grew up on the farm. I'm a country boy. And I used to fuck the cows and the pigs. I used to fuck the pigs, and the cows would come, and I would pat them and look into their eyes.
Yes, so there you have it. There's
he would look into their eyes. Oh.
Look into their eyes as he did it. I believe you asked him what he wanted to be when he grew up, and what did he answer?
I said, what do you want to? What do you want to do? Like as a dream.
I want to be a urinator.
So yeah, everybody's got to have dreams.
I did say, do you want to come on? But he said he was a bit busy doing something.
I'm masturbating.
Yeah, that was it. That's what he was doing.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Well, earlier today he did this.
This morning, I went to the toilet.
Oh, well done. At least he's got that far in life now.
Good job.
I asked him what he thought about other flat earthers.
You flat earthers are demented.
Oh, right.
If you think after watching this that the earth is flat, then you're a degenerate.
There you go.
Yes.
I mean, it's his own words. I don't know what to say, really.
For all the people I've stumbled, goodbye, good riddance, fuck you, and I hope you never come back to my channel again.
What does he mean for all you people I've stumbled? Does he even English?
It's a saying. It is. It's like he caused some people. It's a Christianese saying.
Right.
Like caused them to be something. I don't know.
Literally the least Christian person I've ever known. Like he gives this entire persona of he is this spiritual guru, all about love and spreading positive energy, and he even runs a retreat in Mexico where people come and pay him money to listen to him talk about being a spiritualist and stuff. Except that's not really happening anymore because quite a few of the people who were going to go to the retreat after watching his debate against me were like, I'm not going anywhere near that psychopath. And one of them even donated me the money they were going to spend on going to his retreat. Someone's also emailed me saying that they work for the people that own the place that was renting him the space for the retreat, and they don't want to do business with him anymore. So, How to Ruin Your Entire Business in One Stream by Santos.
Yeah. Well, he does admit some things.
I'm a fucking dickhead, retarded idiot.
That's right.
Pigs look gorgeous, and cows are beautiful. I love the look of cows.
Yeah, I mean, he really does like the cows. What was it you do with the cows again?
When I was a young boy, I grew up on the farm. I'm a country boy. And I used to fuck the cows and the pigs. I used to fuck the pigs, and the cows would come, and I would pat them and look into their eyes.
Oh my God! Look into their eyes. I love that.
Now, of course, Santos didn't come on his own last time. He actually brought one of his magical elves.
You call me elf again, you're gonna see. You're gonna see what's gonna happen to you.
Sorry, what was that? Elf? Call me elf one more time.
Oh, well, here's the truth.
Santos' astrology and syncretism is from the devil.
I mean, I think I'm stupid.
We agree. We do agree.
Of course,
We don't need him here. We've got everything that he says.
that's all we need.
Yeah.
Oh,
My God. And
he
obviously, with him being a
he
sovereign
really said-
citizen,
hold-
I'd like to see Team Skeptic have a talk with him. I mean, I know when I debated him last week, it was dumpster fire that the astronauts on board the ISS thought was a nuclear war. But if Team Skeptic spoke to Santos about being a sovereign citizen, I think space and time might end.
it could be. That might be dangerous.
Yeah.
And I mean, Santos was so bad last week that Austin said this.
I'm a stupid flat earther, right? And I'm just a loser.
Yeah. I mean, there's quite a few flat earthers that talk about themselves.
I'm a dumb flat earther, and I don't understand science.
I mean, we know. Right? I think that's the most accurate thing Riley has ever said.
It is.
No.
Oh no, someone's let Del in. Sorry. I wonder what Nathan Thompson thinks about all this.
Hey guys, you want to hear a funny story while we're all chatting, dude? I'm dating a first grader.
Shut the fuck up, Nathan.
Oh, that is so perfect from Team. Oh, so here's what Santos did tonight.
Run, bitch! Run!
Yeah, he was thinking to himself, and his final thoughts were,
Prepared for that.
Oh.
You call me elf again, you're gonna see. You're gonna see what's gonna happen to you.
What is gonna happen to you?
I don't know. Is there like some like magic curse that elves can put on you or something?
I don't know.
Oh, let's see what the super chats are saying. I am sorry that you guys don't have a debate to watch tonight, and I didn't do one yesterday because I was busy recording the Simon Dan podcast. And I kind of feel bad for MCTOON as well because he was going to do the after show for this, what was going to be a dumpster fire. If anyone watching is a follower of Santos, then please let him know that we are live doing the debate that he said, well, that he demanded happen. And he's more than welcome to actually join, with or without his magical elf. I mean, I really don't mind. His elf was dumber than him.
You call me elf again, you're gonna see. You're gonna see what's gonna happen to you.
Calm down, elf. Yeah, I'm gonna see totally.
Well, you know, it's Santos's.
I mean, I think I'm stupid.
Yeah, like that.
I'm masturbating.
I guess that's why he can't come. I don't know. Super chats. We had. Can't even read that one because it's not in the way. That was better charge for $5 New Zealand dollars. Santos, dementia, geriatric, and anorexic ran away. Yeah, one thing, he promotes health, being healthy, and the vegan lifestyle and stuff, but I don't want to, insult the way someone looks or anything, but I do worry that if he stepped outside in like a soft breeze, every bone in his body would shatter.
Oh, do you remember, the commercials that Sally Struthers was on? I don't know if you had them in England, but we had them here where she'd go somewhere where people were starving, and they looked better than Santos.
Yeah. But I mean, not what Santos looked like wasn't really important because Santos quite enthusiastically pointed out how good his elf partner looked. I think in fact he described his elf partner as looking like Hercules. There was a lot of love looking between them. The times when Santos was talking, if you look at Elf's face, it was like, oh, magic coming from your mouth to my ears. Like they're very close, and they obviously have strong feelings for each other, which is cool. But then when you follow that with an extreme amount of homophobic slurs, yeah. You know, the F word that he kept using towards me, which is always a good one, right?
Yeah.
His justification for that was he doesn't mean it as a homophobic slur. He just means it as anyone that he doesn't like. Except he kept using it alongside things like your boyfriend, or, you know, somehow implying that it was a homophobic slur of some kind, whilst trying to say that it's not a homophobic slur. And I've got, you know, I am LGBTQIA plus friendly, absolutely 100%. Even though the name's getting longer and longer and even harder to remember.
It's a lot of letters.
It was an LGBTQIA. Is that right?
I don't know.
Oh, is someone getting called?
Yes, that would be a flat earther trying to troll me.
Well, if they want to come in, they're more than welcome.
That would be Horatio Barron.
Horatio Barron, the fuck?
Yeah, he's on Facebook and he refuses to come on live ever. But I mean, I don't know if I could pipe it through.
Well, I could hear it. So
from you could hear, but you wouldn't be able to see him.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Here we go.
Give me the Zoom link. No, I haven't.
Well, yeah, you've got the Zoom link. He's welcome to join the Zoom link.
I'll send it. I bet he won't come, but that'd be funny. That'd be funny if he just popped right on in.
Right, yeah, so Super Chats. Better charge for $5 New Zealand dollars says, what's up, fuckers? Hello, hello, hello. General E. Shady for $2 Australian dollars, who is the one who introduced me to Santos. Thanks for that. Says, Santos, dementia, geriatric, and anorexic ran away. Yeah, I think he needs to see a doctor. Armageddon's Fire, $20 Australian dollars with a rage quit sticker. Thank you very much. Fog Repair Ship Akashi, who is definitely one of my sock accounts, according to pretty much everybody. Brave Sir Santos ran away. He bravely ran away. Yes, he fucking did. Meanie Karen for 15 ILS something. Thank you. Brave Sir Santos ran away. He bravely ran away. When Michael and Craig reared their head, he bravely turned his tail and fled. Yes, we are just terrifying. Flosser King Gaming for $5 says, reverse Flat Earth debate soundboard challenge. Use Flat Earth recordings to pretend to be a Flerf in live debate. Or now, that would be easy, right? I think it's just as easy to make a soundboard of me as it is to make a soundboard of the things Flat Earthers say. I mean, Toon made one in the past couple of days of Santos.
When I was a young boy, I grew up on the farm. I'm a country boy, and I used to fuck the cows and the pigs. I used to fuck the pigs, and the cows would come.
No, I made that
would pat them and look into their eyes.
So Dr. Peel, who's escaped Matt Powell's back garden, says for £2, I joined late, glad I didn't miss anything. Good. No, you haven't missed anything because Flat Earther didn't join. Fuck YouTube for $5. If he's masturbating and can't come, that sounds like a personal problem. Yes, it absolutely does. Thank you for the super chats, guys. I really do appreciate it.
Ryan, what's his name? Casey is in here as exposing Ma. He says he'd love to come in and he wants to beg for help for his silly experiment.
Yeah, bring him in. Send him the link.
All right.
And we've got K Opossum for $5 says, when the Flerfs outside are frightful, FTFE is so delightful. When the Flerfs outside are frightful, FTFE is so delightful. I'm sorry, I shouldn't sing. I promised I wouldn't do that.
My goodness, that's right in. I mean, it's right in my head. You singing.
Tally Davino for $5 says, hey Fight, would you say that Hip Hop Hippie is deliberately intellectually dishonest or too stupid to realize his own dishonesty? Hanlon's Razor does say that never attribute to malice what could be attributed to stupidity. So my default position is just assuming that he's dumb as fuck. What do you think of Hip Hop Hippie, MCTOON?
Here's the thing. People are not generally good actors. Right? Have you met people that try to act and they suck? People aren't that good. They're not that consistent. They make mistakes. He doesn't make mistakes. He's consistently the that way. So
yeah. I am going to bring him back for one final debate on my channel, but it's going to be a heavily moderated debate with specific rules, including he's not allowed to mention the Black Swan.
I had a heavily moderated debate with Peachy Tony and him, and it was a point debate. He scored 0.
Oh yes, no, I did watch that one actually.
Yeah.
Alison for $2 says, "Stay hydrated, keep the brain cells alive." Thank you. It's been bloody hot here in Scotland today. Truth Nerds for €3. I'm going to call this stream the After No Show. Yeah. Scared flat earthers. They're just. I mean, I wouldn't have come a second time after that performance from him. Stringer News 1 for $2 says, "Follow the sound of retreating coconut shells." Technomancer Magus for $5 says, "Nobody wants to debate Batman. They are afraid you're going to hit them." Bam. Well, Batman's not here today. Obviously, I'm not Batman. Because, Toon, have you ever seen me and Batman in the same room at the same time?
I'm Batman.
Yeah. Okay. You're Batman.
I'm not falling for your trap because I'm Batman.
Okay.
You're British. Batman's not British. What are you talking about?
Well, actually, there is a few versions of Batman that are British.
Fake. It's all CGI.
Oh, Exposing Mars Tricks is joining the call. So there is a flat earther, guys. And you see this, the FTFE knuckle duster that someone 3D printed me?
That's pretty cool.
Okay, well, we wait for the flat earther to figure out how to tech. Let's read another super chat that came in. Marek Seance, $5 PlayStation Network dollars, no message, thank you very much. Right. Ryan, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
We can. Whether that's a good thing or not, I'm not sure. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you very much, Craig. How are you guys?
I'm great. What shape is our wonderful world today?
Well, I believe it's a plane, right?
No, planes fly.
There's only one plumb line, Craig.
Well, that's incorrect.
Oh, the plumb line is not a changing.
Hey, I'm not allowed to sing. Neither are you. Okay.
Hold on. Wait, yeah, please.
Yeah.
Listen, here's the story of the Earth. Satan took Jesus up on the mountain and got him to say tangential sight around the ball.
Wait, what mountain is that?
Test.
Yeah,
which mountain? Test. It's a metaphor.
Oh,
So
it wasn't a
so
metaphor.
mountain's a metaphor.
Oh,
that story exists.
metaphor.
That story exists to help reveal the truth of our world about what happened out here. Say tangential sight around the ball creates the horizon, and man did, and that's the story we fell for. And it's not a coincidence. There's a little halo out there at the horizon that makes you think you're looking down. That's why Satan's an angel. But okay, you guys know the experiment. I don't know how many of your audience knows the experiment. All I want to do is get 5 cameras to the top of Mount Rainier and have them all at the same height, all the same camera, all the same lens, all the same zoom, only change the aperture size, and see if I can get the sun to rise and set at different times. If it rises and sets at different times, then it can't possibly be the Earth obstructing our line of sight to the sun, as they would all have the same, say, tangential sight around the ball. And changing the aperture does not change the field of view. This is the perfect test, and it could go your way, guys. So you don't want to do this forever, do you guys?
I don't know. I have a lot of fun, honestly.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I've never had a better job in my life. Right, so just to clarify, your experiment is to get 5 cameras, and they are the same cameras, right?
Yeah, all the same camera.
With the same lens. The same lens.
Yep.
And you're just going to have the aperture, which is what decides how much light is let into the lens, set differently on each one.
The aperture does affect diffraction as well.
Yeah. Now
that's the point.
Diffraction still wouldn't. Diffraction would mean you wouldn't see the point source of the light, right? But diffraction doesn't stop the light coming to you. For instance, you could see a laser beam, but you couldn't see the pointer because it's too far away. So I don't think changing the aperture would make a difference as to when you see the sun. Am I wrong, Toon?
Well, my idea is basically that the light is bending inside the aperture. I called it diffraction before. You guys define that the kind of diffraction as images become blurred because I don't know why you think they become blurred.
Yeah, you can't resolve fine detail. That's the thing.
Yeah.
When your diffraction limit is affecting things, it increases the blurriness of stuff.
Right. So I think that there's going to be some bending of light within the aperture that's going to cause the stuff below you to beat and come in at the same angle as the stuff above you, and that's eventually going to obstruct what you're seeing, where it's not really obstructing anything, it's just happening, you know? So that's the test, you know, and I think that's the rabbit hole, and it's not a coincidence. Rabbit is Ra, you know, Ra's the sun, and the bit, it's all in the bits.
Wait,
everything is bits
well,
in here.
hold on, Ryan, hold the fuck on.
It's just words.
Because the word rabbit has R-A in it, you think rabbit hole is linked to the sun god Ra?
Okay, I got it.
Well, you also think I'm crazy though, right? But I see Ra Z
Indeed.
go to sleep. And
Indeed,
ask
we
why,
do.
You know, maybe.
Toon, did he
it's the
say
source,
that?
I just did say that. I'm also
say it
batshit
again.
crazy. I think
Say
that should make us sick. This place was designed, and the language was designed to help reveal the deception that was played. But I know you guys don't see it that way. This place is all meaningless. It all just came from nothing, and it's all just happens to be here.
But nobody thinks anything came from nothing. That's a straw man of our position.
Yeah.
Right. To me, this place had a plan to hide the plane, and the cross was put up, you know, and the Earth became a planet. It was all a story that was told to us, but we lived it because mind is Mother Nature. It's Ma.
So why is it that all evidence ever backs up this story, including diverging plumb lines?
Well, please show me how you prove that the plumb line's changing.
Oh, well, we can talk about the Venezuela Bridge, which has...
We can show measurements, though.
Yeah, we can show measurements, but I'll tell them about that first, and then you can show the measurements, right? So the Venezuela Bridge, and I apologize to New Yorkers for pronouncing it wrong, I know I do. It's a suspension bridge, and support towers on suspension bridges have to be plumb to be able to accurately support the weight from both sides from the expanding and contracting chains when the weather's change and stuff, right? So there is 2 support towers that are completely 100% plumb. You can check the engineering diagrams to see that. Now, if you go to the top and measure it compared to the bottom, the top of these towers are 1 5/8 of an inch further apart from each other than at the bottom. That can only mean that those plumb towers are leaning away from each other, which would mean they're on the outside of a spherical surface. Toon, please feel free to show measurements to back that up.
Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
You guys also have numbers that describe parallax in the sky. It doesn't mean it's actually happening, you know?
Goodness.
I think you're confused between measurements and numbers.
No, you guys say that's measurements.
Yeah, well, Toon has measurements to back up what I just said, so...
Listen, I don't trust you guys' measurements, okay? I trust my experiment.
You can go and do these very same measurements yourself.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I need to share if you want to let me share.
It seems like such an easy thing to do. How far apart is the bridge? You guys are crazy.
No, the bridge one you can't do yourself.
How
there you go, got permission.
All right, I'll show you
how big is the bridge? It's absurd. Absurd to think that anyone actually measured that.
Are you seeing this? This is on my website, mctoon.net/curve. The main surveyor, who is a licensed geodetic surveyor, used 2 theodolites to measure reciprocal zenith angles. You can do that yourself. You just need 2 theodolites, which can be rented if you don't believe the measurements that he did here. So he did 5 different videos showing.
I'd also have to trust theodolites, right? That they're getting an accurate, completely accurate portrayal.
Well, yeah, I guess if you could just be that insane, but yeah.
I don't trust the tools designed for measuring.
Yeah. So here is the.
You call me elf again. You're gonna see. you're gonna see what's gonna happen to you.
Sorry, Elf, my bad.
All right, Elf, go away. All right, so here is the theodolite that he has here, and then down the road there is the other theodolite that he's pointing at. You look through the telescope and the theodolite there. Here are the measurements that he took himself. These are numbers, right? Do numbers hurt you, Ryan?
Not so much, but
they don't. They won't hurt you.
I'm going to need an explanation of the numbers. What does he do?
So yeah, I'll show you. So here you can see here one in the lower left of that that paper there. Might be a little hard for you to see. 180 degrees, 0 minutes, 17.1 seconds. Okay, so now reciprocal zenith angles. If plumb lines are parallel, the reciprocal zenith angles will sum to 180 degrees exactly. And if the Earth is spherical and we're on the outside of the sphere, then reciprocal zenith angles will sum to more than 180. And if we're, of course, on the inside of a sphere, here's the test for the concave earthers, it would sum to less than 180. It sums to more than 180 every time it's done.
And you have one example of it by a man named Jesse Kozlowski.
This is the main surveyor, not Jesse Kozlowski.
And the main surveyor's measurements are backed up by the measurements that Jesse Kozlowski did. He's got a very good web page called the Earth's Curvature Plainly Visible, where he uses another method of theodolite measuring to measure over, I think, a lake of 1 mile and confirm the Earth's curvature in that.
Yep. So that's the third example on this page.
Yeah.
Is I have 5 by the main surveyor and 2 by Jesse Kozlowski. So that's one. That's one of 5 times that the main surveyor did it. You look at all of them on my website here, mctoon.net/curve. You can look at Jesse Kozlowski. He did it over a mile, and then he did it over a lake. So there's several different examples. You can go and reproduce that very same experiment yourself if you doubt their skill as a surveyor. But let me remind you that saying that denial isn't evidence.
Yeah, just going, well, I don't trust that. That's not what we would class as evidence of any kind.
Yes. So if you want to disprove science, the invitation is open, and
I propose an experiment that can do it.
Yeah. Well, a different one, but
again, let's talk about your experiment. Let's talk about your experiment, and because I think the entire premise of it is flawed. Because I don't think changing the aperture will show a sunrise at different times. You will still be able to see the light. I don't think that.
Well, that's why we do science in this world. That's why we go out and manipulate
there's nothing that would make that, like even on a flat Earth, they're changing the aperture wouldn't change the time that the sunrise happens, because all it's doing is changing the amount of light that is let into the lens, not when the light meets the lens. So no matter what happens, you will, this going to see the sunrise at the same time, flat or curved. Your experiment doesn't. It's not exclusive evidence for a flat Earth of any kind.
I'll say this. You probably got this diffraction garbage from Oakley, because that's what he claims all the time.
So via QE.
So you will find
the aperture. Is it entering a different density?
No.
Huh?
No.
I don't know why you think
the heat produced by the camera, it doesn't affect the moving of the particles and all that?
Well, certainly it does, but by such a small amount that you're not going to see it in a.
Do you know what a camera is?
That's the test. That's the test to see if changing the amount of particles moving around in there affects the way the light bends, and then the light below you obstructs what's the light above you, or it comes in at first. But you can only serve one master.
It's so sorry. Right. So why? Oh, okay.
I'll prove the speed of light. Yeah. I'll prove that light has a speed.
Yeah, light does have a speed. It's like 300,000 kilometers a second.
It was measured a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can't directly measure it, but anyway. So, Brian, the main thing here, you're talking about sunsets and sunrises, right? You talk about sunsets and sunrises, which is still a big problem for the flat Earth in general, right? Because the sun just shouldn't set. The sun just should not set if the Earth is flat. How high are you proposing that the sun is?
If optical devices are perfect producers of the real world, I don't think they are. I think light bends inside of the aperture. It bends inside of the pupil. That's what's been hidden from us. Hello.
Wait. So you're saying that the aperture of our eyes and of a camera bend the light and isn't what you actually see?
Exactly. The
so
sun
you
is
think
not
changing the aperture will change the time?
Jesus isn't crossing the horizon. He's above it, but but you can't see it because the light
it's the sun.
within your eye.
So
that's
why?
what cross is all about.
Here's the deal. Here's the problem. I mean, do your experiment, and I know what the outcome's going to be because this has been thoroughly explored already.
It has never been tested. Show me someone who's tested it.
No. This particular experiment probably not been done before, but it doesn't matter. This part of physics has been explored in incredible detail. Absolutely. So that's why I'm saying go right ahead and give it a shot. But I would focus my attention on something that would be a little more likely to happen.
Yeah.
So like what? Show something from very far away that shouldn't be seen by the curve, right behind the curve. We done it a billion times.
All of the science regarding the shape of the Earth has been done. There's nothing new to do, really.
Yeah. I mean, and the reason I say sunsets are a problem because the fraction in a camera or your eye and everything isn't going to change this fact, all right? Now, let's just assume that on a flat Earth, the sun is 5,000 miles up. What I've done here is I've created a model that would accurately represent a flat Earth with a sun 5,000 miles above it. On the top right, I have created a camera looking up at the sun from North America as the sun moves east over the world. Now, watch what happens to the sun as it plays. You see it's moving to the east, and the camera is watching it. It's never going out of sight. So now it's gone most of the way across the Atlantic, heading towards Europe. Still completely in sight, but it's reduced in angular size by about 30%. And as it continues on its way over Europe and over Russia, still never out of your sight at 5,000 miles. And when it gets there, all the way over, the angular size has reduced by about 60%. And then you can see it come back. Watch all the time because it never ever goes out of sight at all. And this is the physics of what would happen. This is geometry. This is what you would expect to see. So why do you expect the sun to set at all if the Earth is flat?
That's how our perspective works.
This takes perspective into account.
He just showed you how perspective works, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, you have never believed that you were ever on a plane. You would never believe that the world was over on top of you. Why?
He's just testing. He's just testing the flat Earth.
You don't believe exists.
Yeah.
So he's testing the flat Earth hypothesis.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't believe that exists. You don't even believe that exists. So how could you possibly model it? You think
because I'm testing what flat earthers tell me. Flat earthers tell me there's a flat plane with a sun 5,000 miles above it. So I'm testing the hypothesis as to if the sun would ever set. And according to geometry and physics, the sun would never ever set. And this takes perspective into account. This is what perspective is.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and disagree.
I mean, you can disagree all you want, but
what was in error would be what you need to do then, instead of just saying, "Nuh-uh." What is in error in what he showed you?
The further something moves away from you, it always moves downward.
Absolutely. And what is the relationship? Is it linear or is it non-linear? Or do you know what that question even means?
I know what that question means.
Okay.
Is it linear? Well, no, I guess I don't know what that question means.
Okay. then you are not qualified to even have an opinion on the subject.
Well, why don't you define linear for me, and then maybe we can talk about it. Hold on a second.
Linear means progressing in a regular manner, as opposed to
a straight line.
Yeah, it'd be x squared mapped out or something. You know, like
no, x squared is not linear.
No, shut up, Craig. X mapped
so
out. Linear.
A line would be linear. So what that means is when you move something a mile farther away, it will go down a certain distance. When you move one more mile away, it would go down the same distance. That would be linear. Okay. Non-linear, in this case, it's asymptotic. When you move a distant object in the sky a mile away, it'll go down by a certain amount. When you move another mile away, it'll go down by a certain amount, but not the same amount, a lesser amount. You go yet another, that amount of drop is again even smaller. Okay, it is a tangent function. Now you don't know geometry, so it's over your head.
So you think no matter how big the Earth was, if it was a plane, the sun would always be up there?
Absolutely. As perspective demands.
Yeah.
Let me show you. Right here. This is a little simpler version of what Craig said here. This angle theta, right here.
Yeah.
How far away does the sun, if this is the sun here and this is the sun here farther away, how far away does the sun need to be for theta to be negative?
It can't possibly be negative.
There you go.
Well done.
Flat Earth disproven.
Okay, but if, like I described, the stuff below you comes in at an angle that beats theta.
What angle?
Then, well, it's about, okay, so your horizon is at 90 degrees. That's what we believe, right? It's 90 degrees straight out of there, okay? 90.1 is a long fucking way up and a long fucking way high. But if that 89.999 stuff comes in at the same angle as the 90.1 stuff, it's going to obstruct all of that, okay? You're going to resolve the stuff below you because the stuff below you is closer to you. This is about the speed of light.
I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Explain the physics. Explain the physics behind that.
The stuff below you is always much closer than the stuff above you, right? No. Okay. So here comes the light.
Not at all. So hold on a second. You declared something to be a certain way, and it's not the certain way. Let me show you.
This morning,
I'll get a fresh piece.
I went to the toilet.
I'll get you a fresh piece.
Once you get to the horizon.
Let's say there's a wall. All right. Here's your guy. Hold on. All right.
Shout out to Nate the lawyer in the chat. How you doing, dude?
Here we go. We've got our observer and we've got a wall. Okay. So that observer's line of sight from his eye to the bottom of the wall is closer than from his eye to the top of the wall.
Okay.
So why wouldn't the top of the wall, according to your idea, why wouldn't the top of the wall disappear first?
Okay, we're not talking about a wall. We're talking about something that's obviously true. So I don't know why the fuck you've even brought this up. The sun is obviously way further away than the ground near that you see, the last ground you see. Come on.
Okay. How far away is the sun?
I don't know. I have no fucking clue.
Oh,
doesn't matter.
Well, you didn't even show up to the horse race
to help
then.
figure it out.
Well, then I guess you're going to have a little bit of trouble explaining why we can see stars because, right, you think they're even farther away than the sun, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so then how can we see stars?
It's the same principle. It's the same principle.
But the stars are farther away.
Where should we start? Where the stars cross the horizon. This is where man's thought was. In order to get knowledge, he had to know legend. You know, it's all just nothing.
Wait, say that again.
Playing with
please
words.
It's not a coincidence that knowledge is no
Ryan,
ledge.
please say that again. For man to get knowledge, he had to walk.
Don't interrupt. I want to hear him say it. Go ahead.
Figuring out how this place could exist without a ledge was what knowledge was all about. What man was seeking forever, you know. And he was convinced that the Earth was a ball, but it was all just a part of the fish story of Pisces. And we're in Aquarius now, and the water bear is pouring out truth. But you guys don't want to hear it because you still have pride. You're still on the P ride, the 7 ride, you know, the 7 ride of Pisces. But, you know, it's a ring composition, so we get out of the nonsense that you guys spew.
I think you've actually just broken tune.
Keep going. This is great.
You want more?
Please. This is just the next episode of Tau Ceti Alpha, so please carry on.
Yeah, I'll go full screen on him.
Yeah. Well, the 75, the Pisces Taurus pairing of the Earth is changing. You know, your pear-shaped Earth came out of the Pisces Taurus pairing, and we're going to 86 it with the Aries and Aquarius. So the aces are being played. You two are not the aces. You two are the dragon. You're dragging on what's so fucking obvious that anyone else can see it. No, not anyone else can see it. People just need to wake up, you know. It's pretty obvious to me that heliocentrism is man eating from the tree of knowledge. You know, it's being tricked by Satan, convinced that the horizon is tangential sight around the ball. I don't know how anybody can't see it, but it's all right, you know. It's very easy to believe things that are accepted by everyone else, you know. So if you don't see a reason to perform this experiment, it shocks me that it's never been done, because science is always trying to disprove itself. It does everything to try to disprove itself. But for some reason this experiment's never been done. I would really like to do it, because I want to get back to my family, you know, and I want to go back without people thinking I'm crazy. So if anybody wants to help me, I could use help getting those cameras up there, you know. If we need a decent amount of people, and I'm trying to raise money for it, so I'm running a raffle, and it's $5 to enter the raffle. $2.50 goes to the raffle to split the pot. $2 goes to the experiment, and 50 cents will keep me alive. And I'll just put the 50 cents towards the experiment too. All right. So I'm not just giving you nothing and saying, "Here's my money," or "Give me money." You know, I'm trying to run a raffle here. Damn it. Trying to get up that goddamn hill, you know. Fuck.
I mean,
like McNulty.
Ryan, that's brilliant. I just want to read to you a comment from the chat from a flat earther called Cro-Magnum. And he says that I've hired you as a plant, and I'm a wolf in sheep's clothing, because basically he thinks you're so stupid you can't even be a flat earther. What do you say to that?
That man still has an ego, but that's okay.
I've never paid a flat earther, and I never ever would pay a flat earther. Ryan is here of his own volition. He asked to come on when Santos didn't turn up, because your god Santos, Cro-Magnum, is far too scared to even turn up to the debate that he demanded. Maybe he was busy doing something like this.
When I was a young boy, I grew up on the farm. I'm a country boy, and I used to fuck the cows and the pigs. I used to fuck the pigs, and the cows would come, and I would pat them and look into their eyes.
At least he looked into their eyes, you know. You got to give him credit for that.
Santos is an interesting character, okay?
Interesting character. That's definitely one way to describe Santos.
Yeah, you know what he did say?
I'm a fucking dickhead, retarded idiot.
You know, sometimes you got to agree.
Yeah,
flat earthers are demented.
I mean, I think I'm stupid.
It's coming out of his own mouth, you know. It's nothing to do. This is what he said. So,
well, I call myself the fool, and I'm glad to be a fool, you know, because a fool can actually learn something.
If you think after watching this that the Earth is flat, then you're a degenerate.
Because you think you know every damn thing.
Someone else calling you, Toon?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Oh, did you give him this Zoom link?
I did.
Bring him in.
Yeah, shame you won't join.
Yep.
Yeah, Nate, you're right. When Flat Earthers is too dumb for the Flat Earthers, think about that. Yeah, this, currently the state.
Well, why do the Flat Earthers think? Why do the Flat Earthers think the sun disappears? They say
magic, I
atmospheric
believe.
blockage or something.
No, I think they actually think it's magic of some kind.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They say they say the same thing as you did. They think that perspective would do it, and they don't understand that it's non-linear.
No, that's not what I said. I said it's the bending of light within the rabbit hole. Hello.
The rabbit hole.
Right. So,
but
I don't want to straw man you or anything. So let me clarify your position. You think the sun sets because light bends in rabbit holes?
In the pupil, in the aperture, it does not produce the exact same geometrics or whatever you guys want to call it. The stuff below you comes in at the same angle as the stuff above you, and because it's closer to you and light does have a speed, it gets resolved because you can only serve one master.
I mean,
I'm sorry about the planes. I'm a homeless man.
That's not how any of that works, Ryan.
But that's
like,
how you. That's
not
what you
not even a
think,
little
but you've
bit.
never tested it scientifically, have you? Have
I
you
mean,
ever gone
yeah,
out
it's
and
all been
watched the
tested
ship disappear?
scientifically, and again, your test will be inconclusive because it won't demonstrate what you think it will demonstrate. So
I think it will be conclusive. It will conclusively show that diffraction isn't what he thinks it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, have you guys ever taken done my experiment out at the shore and watched boats disappear and see if you can get the boats to disappear at the same time, and then see if you can still call it curvature after that?
Well, still,
see if you can get the boats to disappear at the same time.
Just as my other experiment with the sun, if boats are disappearing at different times because of the changing of the aperture, then that's pretty good evidence to suggest it's not curvature.
You want to do this same experiment on the shore?
Well,
on the beach.
I would think this would have been done because science covers its bases.
Why,
but maybe not.
Why don't you just get two cameras and do it on the shore? You don't have to climb up a mountain and have one at full aperture, one at smallest, and do it that way.
I want it to be very demonstrative. I don't want you guys to have any complaints. If I get
that
5 cameras and
one
it changes in every single one of them, then there's no possible way that the Earth is a ball.
Yeah, but here's the deal. I think that your experiment would be fantastic to do, but I think it's a high bar that you've set for it. Go ahead and try it on the shore with just 2 cameras. And you don't have to travel so far, right?
Yeah.
Give it a shot. And then at the end of that, you can look at it and say, okay, based on what I saw here, I think that the one on the mountain will work, or I think the one on the mountain won't work. So then you can make a decision on whether or not you want to give it a shot there.
Well, okay, if I go to the shore and I do the experiment with the sun and it rises at different times, or it'll be setting at different times, would you guys give up what you're doing?
Give up.
I think it would be definitely an awesome experiment, and you could come on my show and you present it.
What time?
It is 5:11, sir. Yeah, you can ask. You're welcome. Yeah, okay, maybe. Wait, no. It'll be. Tell me right now, if that happens, the Earth is not a ball, correct?
Yeah. No.
No.
The Earth is a ball. There's no question about it. It's
yeah, and your experiment wouldn't demonstrate whether the Earth was a ball or not. That's the entire point I've been trying to make.
It
why not?
could potentially show that we don't have a full understanding of Snell's law.
Yeah.
Okay. So, wow.
Diffraction will not make the sun appear or disappear. Well, the light from the sun appear or disappear at a different time. You will still be able to see the light from the sun, regardless of the aperture size.
All the cameras have the same field of view, guys. If the
I'm
Earth is
aware of
obstructing
that.
the sun, it should disappear at the same time.
And it will do, because aperture doesn't work the way you think it works.
But if it doesn't, can the Earth possibly be a ball?
Yes, because you don't know what you're doing with the cameras to try and determine that.
No.
Your experiment has
what
no
I'm
way of determining whether the Earth is a sphere or not.
Your ball has a mathematics. You're looking down to the Earth. These cameras are all going to have the same tangential sight around the ball. It's all going to be at the same exact angles. So how the hell can it disappear in the same, or how can it disappear at different times if the Earth is a ball?
Daddy, chill.
Well, yeah, it's just very hard when you guys can't even. There's nothing that could disprove the ball.
Changing the aperture
So
of the camera.
There's no point talking.
Wait,
to you guys.
hold
I'm
on.
talking to your
Let
audience,
me say, changing the aperture of the camera will not in any way determine whether the Earth is a sphere or not. It will not change the time that you are able to see the light from the sun, whether the Earth is a sphere or not. Your test will be inconclusive.
The Earth is not a ball.
No, your test cannot determine that.
Craig, to be let's here's what the test could show, right? Let's explore the possibility that it might do something other than what we know it will do, right? Let's say it shows that the sun sets at different times somehow. Okay. It would show that we don't have a full understanding of Snell's law and about how light works. It would not
you guys
show
put anything into your model. Whatever his observation is, you'll fit into your model. There's no way the Earth could be flat. So,
correct, because the Earth has already been factually established to be spherical.
With
through many other
2,500 years ago.
Well, through many other
many methods.
Not just one time.
It was with a stick 2,500 years ago.
Not just one time. It's been done many times.
Yeah.
Many people have put sticks.
But you're missing the entire point here, Ryan, is that your test has no way to determine the shape of the Earth. None at all.
What are you talking about? It can't
because changing the aperture will not change the time the light reaches the camera, regardless of the shape of the Earth.
We're not worried about the time. We're worried about.
And even
this man wants to say something to you. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Are you one of the scientists? What is called the Star Wars teacher?
The Star Wars teacher.
Yes, MCTOON and I are the Star Wars teachers. That is correct.
Absolutely.
Yes. I'm actually one of your a regular listener, regular attender, regular students. One of.
Okay.
So just
this is random.
Let me know that some of my students are absent, and I did the daily attendance, and
what's happening?
I will go.
This is amazing.
Sorry, I got to talk to these guys. Okay.
No, Ryan. This is awesome. Let's keep going.
Please.
Yes.
This is an amazing thing.
Yes, and your voice actually attacked. I would actually like to hang out.
I'll send him the link next time.
Yes. Just going down to take a shower. I will be back after 30 minutes.
Okay.
That's.
Did we just get a roommate or something?
You know that guy, MCTOON.
Joe London. What's his name? I forgot. I saw him in the bus one day.
That's Porky Pig.
No. Joe London.
Joe London.
What?
Joe London. Dude, I'm in Seattle. There's a lot of cool characters out here.
Does Cro-Magnon think that I just paid for that to happen as well?
Yeah, except that, hey. or what was that?
Dude,
what the hell just happened?
Yeah. And
I'm gonna start walking, but
I do appreciate that guy wearing a mask. I like that.
Yeah, please do not follow him into the shower.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you guys about viruses.
Go ahead,
man.
Here we go.
Do they have a hive mind? Because how do they know to keep some out of your cells so that they can still infect the other people.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works at all.
Well, how does it work?
Oh my goodness.
So a virus gets into your body, and let's talk about like coronavirus in particular. It gets into your body and it hijacks your cells to create copies of itself until you've got a large enough viral load that you can then expel all those virons that your body's created to continue the cycle. I mean, what you just said was insanely dumb. So much so, I think my brain restarted.
Wait, so it takes on one of my cells, gets in my cell,
yeah,
and then it's not copying myself into another one of my cells.
No, what it does is it uses all the resources. It uses all the resources in that cell to create copies of itself. Right? It literally will fill up your cell with copies of itself until that cell just destroys and breaks down, and then you've got lots more virons that can go out and do the same to other cells. And it can spread exponentially. Viruses are literally, cell hijackers. They take what you have to make more of themselves to reproduce.
So even though they've hijacked the plane, they can still jump out and get into another one.
What? It's not a plane. It's a cell.
So okay.
The fuck did you just say?
Oh, dear.
It's using my cells to make a copy of itself, not using one of my cells. It's creating a new cell. That's what you're saying?
What?
I'm trying to understand how viruses work.
Okay. Did you skip biology in high school?
Well,
you told
I
me
went to biology, but I don't remember virus talk.
Told me that you did very well in high school.
Yes, and I also got a 36 on the science portion of the ACT.
Okay, so why are you just go back and replay the biology class that you say you took?
Yeah, I don't remember. I want to hear modern day interpretation of what viruses are by very smart, science-minded guys like yourself.
I just told you they're cell hijackers. They rewrite the genetic material inside your cells to create the parts needed to make more of themselves. The actual mechanism as to how the parts combine to create more of the virons is still under investigation, but that's what happens. And there's other viruses, like if you look at what are they called? Phages, bacteriophage. They attack only bacterias, and they do the same thing. They inject their own genetic material into a bacteria to use that bacteria's nutrients and energy to create copies of itself that then explode out of the bacteria because they've filled it up, and then that's all that's left, and then they go on to infect more. I mean, I don't know, that is the best explanation I can give. I'm not a biologist and I'm not a doctor. I have a very base understanding of how biology works, but I have done understanding the way that viruses transmit is, I think, a very basic thing that I'm pretty sure I learned in high school.
Have you ever come across a scientific experiment, a demonstration in a lab maybe, of how viruses are transferred between humans?
I'm sure there's many that I could cite.
Please.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting.
For a while, because that's not our thing. And that's not really the topic here.
Well, we don't have to talk. All I wanted to do was plead with your audience for help.
Yeah. Could you maybe can you get your hands on 2 cameras?
Yeah.
Okay, and could you go to the ocean?
Yeah, but I want to hear out of your mouth that you fully expect the sun to rise at the same time in both cameras, and that if it doesn't happen, there's a chance the Earth could be flat.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say that we don't understand how light works.
Yeah, again, I reject the notion that your experiment has any way of determining the shape of the Earth.
We don't
understand how light works, but I'm still gonna believe in the universe that we've all decided is light, that we figured all of it, where it's coming from and how it got
Well,
here
that
and all
depends
that
on the
shit.
outcome of your experiment, Ryan. If
You
your
guys are
experiment
great.
showed us something other than what we expect, then we would maybe have to
Maybe you should
reconsider.
listen to the flat earther.
Said nobody ever.
Yeah, listening to a flat earther is usually a bad idea.
If I can show you idiots something you wouldn't expect, then maybe you should listen to what I have to say, right?
Well, you would have to first show us something that we don't expect. Go ahead.
Pigs look gorgeous.
Do that.
And cows are beautiful. I love the look of cows. When I was a young boy, I grew up on the farm. I'm a country boy. And I used to fuck the cows and the pigs. I used to fuck the pigs, and the cows would come, and I would pat them and look into their eyes.
What?
Well, I don't know. We're still on Santos. You know, you got a guy right in front of you who.
I guess he just joined the call to say some stuff.
Wants to end the debate. I want to end this debate.
I mean, I think I'm stupid.
The debate never started, man.
Yeah.
There is no debate.
So
There's no debate.
do me a favor. Do me a favor. Have a look at the thumbnail for this debate, or this stream, and read what's on the thumbnail, or go to any of my live streams and read the title, because it doesn't just say Flat Earth Debate. It says Flat Earth Debate.
In quotes.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so clever. That is so clever. You know what, guys? It's sad that nobody's going to help me make that happen, but I guess I'm just going to do it on the shore. Maybe if I do it on the shore, then you guys will help me get up the mountain, huh?
I just need to respond to Bite My Haggis in the chat, who has just demonstrated the effectiveness of wearing masks and social distancing. He says, your esophagus and colon are clearly mixed up because you spout utter shit. Tell me, where's the common cold and flu gone? Leave COVID alone. Just talk about balls. You're good at that. Well, the flu has severely reduced this year because social distancing and shit is working. Unfortunately, COVID is a lot stronger than the flu.
It's not because everything's getting labeled COVID. We know that for sure.
No, it's absolutely not. That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all.
Well, that's not how it works, because that's how we say it did.
The flu and the coronavirus are different things. And the common cold is definitely still around because my daughter keeps getting them every time she goes back to school. So thank you for demonstrating the effectiveness of social distancing in that dumbass comment. Please carry on, Ryan. I do love learning new things from you.
Okay, so
let's
just theorize that the experiment goes the way I planned it. Or, I think it's going to go down.
Let's say your hypothesis is supported.
Yes. Now, what could that possibly mean? Tell me, what would that mean for the ball?
That would mean that light does things differently than Snell's law says it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is Snell's law again?
I don't think there's any way your experiment can determine the shape of the Earth. I don't think it's suitable for that task. It's like trying to use a milk carton to measure the wind.
Inside the house.
Yeah.
With all the doors.
Whilst it's in the fridge, still.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, what experiment is suitable for determining the shape of the Earth?
Oh, I don't know, using theodolites and measurements, going to space and looking at it, microwave experiments, radar measurements, sonar measurements from under the sea. They're quite good ways of determining the shape of the Earth. Eratosthenes experiments. You could map out the maths from several different pendulum experiments all around the world and see what you got out. You would get a sphere rotating in 3 axes. Toon, any that quickly come to mind for you?
Well, you could take the accurate maps that people have used for quite a while to get around from distant continents, piece them together, and see if you get a flat surface or a spherical surface. I did that already, right there. Turns out it's a sphere.
Amazing.
So there's that one.
Oh, you guys are silly. How about something that's practical? You had
I did that.
Something high behind the curve.
That was pretty easy.
What was that about behind the curve?
I think I'm done with you guys.
Sorry, did you say something about behind the curve?
No, I didn't.
I heard him say it behind the curve. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how to prove it to myself, you know, because those
Well,
things.
the experiment you are presenting is not the way to do it.
But he thinks it is. So get your 2 cameras.
Uh-huh.
Go to the shore. Just get 2 cameras and see if you can make it. See if your hypothesis is supported or not. There you go.
And then if I'm right, we'll have to talk about Snell's law.
The Rayleigh criterion actually is more appropriately what would be troubled should you find that to happen. So yeah, let's see it. I'd love to see it.
Should we just see if there's any questions for you from the chat, Ryan, before you go?
You want me to answer questions from the chat?
Yeah, well, I'll read out the super chat, see if there's any questions for you there. General Shady, $2 says, sorry, I missed
They're coming to get you. They're coming to
hide,
get you.
hide.
I bet a bad boy.
Not a nuclear dumpster fire. Matthew Design says for $5, well, at least I'm not the only one who thought you was into men. Wait, what? That's random. Rodent, no last name, $5. I found people that use a phrase describing a British pile of firewood to the most honourable and credible person worth listening to. Not. Okay then. Tim Pryor, $5, twice, no message. Meanie Karen says for 15, I'm not sure what that is, but thank you. Wrong. Rabbit is obviously Rabbi T for the rabbis of the Talmud. That's common knowledge. What do you say to that, Ryan?
Say that one again.
Rabbit is obviously Rabbi T for the rabbis of the Talmud.
The rabbis? The Talmud?
I don't know what that means either.
Or whatever.
General E. Shady says for $2, type RA in chat if you think Ryan is dumb as fuck. Then there was a bunch of RAs. Rodent, no last name for $2 says, we're a flurfer, rah, rah, rah. And then Alison says for $2, this is year 5 geometry. Ryan, did you go to school?
Yes, I did go to school. And I know that if everybody has the same field of view, then everyone should watch the sun disappear at the same time if the Earth is a ball and the Earth is what's obscuring our line of sight to the sun. So I don't understand why all of a sudden, it cannot be that way and we still live on a ball. I don't understand it.
I'm aware you don't understand it. I'm amazed that you don't understand how your experiment would not determine whether we live on a ball. The aperture does not work the way that you think it does. Alison, for $2, Australian says, Ryan, how does the southern celestial pole work on a flat Earth?
I don't know. I don't care.
I mean, you should care. If you're talking about the flat Earth, this is something you really should care about.
It's one of the ways that the Earth could not be flat.
Yeah.
That's your belief.
No.
Well, then present.
evidence.
I guess present how it could happen if the Earth were flat.
Anything. Optics are up in the air right now, so I don't try to.
Optics really aren't up in the air. They're really, really not up in the air. But
you're the only one thinking that it's up in the air.
Well, if I get my result, then we're gonna have to think about Snell's law and Rayleigh criterion. So, and if no one's ever done my experiment, so how do you know it's not up in the air, motherfuckers?
Oh my goodness. Roby for $5 says, look at the shape of his head. Cranium's too small, jaw too big, talks a lot and never thinks once. I don't think he likes you. Sorry. Alison for $2 says, Toon, you need to breathe, goddammit.
I was laughing too hard. Oh.
Angel Gamer for $2 says, this guy talks in Gary Busey-isms. I don't know who that is. Maybe I should.
Gary Busey.
Ah, okay. Free one for $5 says, hey, Flerf, why does all your sad wordplay only work in English? Connotations is Latin for knowledge. Try your wordplay with that.
Connotation?
Connotations is Latin for knowledge. How does that affect your wordplay you were trying?
Con isn't in there for no reason. That's all I'll give you.
It's not even con, it's cog. But anyway.
Didn't work. Okay.
Lord Luminous Poof, $10 says, spells named after a wizard are named in the format developer's name. Adjective, noun, e.d. Tasha's hideous laughter. Therefore, Mike's hard lemonade is a wizard spell. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
I'm glad you guys understand your fans. I haven't understood a word they said.
That's awesome.
Lord Lewis Pooh, that's brilliant. Leo, $4.99 for a haha sticker, thank you. Rodent No Last Name for $5 says, Ryan, what flavour lead paint chips did your mother make you eat?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a fucking funny one. Oh, shit.
Well, you can answer what flavour was your one? Did you like the old chips or?
Do the different colors taste different?
Yeah, like chalk.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, and I don't think it's funny.
Well, we do. Fuck YouTube, $5. I think he's a Poe. Using his logic, I now understand the word poetry. Alan Bucher for $5 says, Ryan, it's okay to be wrong. It just means you've learned something. What do you think?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And that's why I'm out here being a fool, because I'm not afraid to be wrong about something.
Do you think you could be wrong about the Earth being flat?
Why don't you guys go do my experiment?
Because it won't determine what you think it will determine.
Wrong.
But do you...
I already did an experiment.
Yeah. Do you think you could be wrong about the Earth being flat, Ryan?
What's that?
Do you think you could be wrong about the Earth being flat?
Anything is possible.
Good, at least we got that. Alison for $2. It's a globe. Seek help and go back to your family. Yeah, I do hope that you get back to your family. It's never nice to see breakups in the family because of stupidity. Graham Price for £2 says, why can't Australians see Polaris, Ryan?
They're too far away. It's become too close to the horizon. The light below you is coming in at an angle that won't allow you to see the Polaris.
Yeah, and where's the physics to support this?
Yeah, my demonstration, my model, based on perspective, disagrees with you.
Right, it would always be at the same height. It would just get stuck right up there like that, and it would just be stuck there. Doesn't matter. Stuck up in the sky like that. That's how it works. That's how it works over a plane. I've never lived on one, but I know how it works.
Yes, well done. Tim Pryor, $5, no message. Thank you. Michael Widua for $5 says, good starter question for a Flerf. How's your relationship with your family and friends? Lol, they all seem to have serious issues, everything like you. Like I said, I hope that any issues with family get resolved. It's never nice to see that happen. Philosopher King Gaming for $2 says, thank you to random passerby for wearing a mask. Yeah, good guy. Now, one of the best content creators on YouTube, Brainy Beaver, please go and sub to him. He says, poor guy just wants some friends. I know, that guy who came on talking randomly was
yeah.
that was something special. Yeah.
Do you know him? Who? Have you seen him before?
Oh, the guy no. First time.
Nope. Just all right.
I'd love to show you some of my funny friends out here. There are some real crazies in Seattle. It's a good time.
I imagine that is.
Well, we're talking to one right now.
Logical Hillbilly for $5 says, seems like this guy goes out of his way to misunderstand everything. That's flat earthers in general. YKikamucow855 says, I saw scientists talking about mind parasites, comparing ideas like flat earth to how virus and parasites infect our bodies. That sounds interesting. General E. Shady for $2 says, tell Ryan he needs to take his meds. Maybe. So for King Sleepy for $2, he bravely ran away. Oh, Sir Santos. Yes, Santos did run away. After doing a video where he told all of his 204,000 subscribers to go and strike my channel, earning him a community guideline strike. Indie Tiger for $5 says, nautical charts aren't practical, that show the Earth to be a sphere. Yeah, here's a question for you, Ryan. Why is all navigation based on the globe?
Because you think it's that.
No. We don't think it is. All navigation is based on the globe. Why is that?
It is. It absolutely is.
I thought it was based on the stars.
No, all navigation is based on the globe. Why is this?
These right here.
Well, that's your claim, but I don't know.
Even celestial navigation is based on a globe when you do the maths for it. So, again, just assume I'm telling the truth here. Why is all navigation based on the globe?
The assumed maths for it.
No assumed maths. The actual maths that figure out how sextants work and stuff. So, again, why is all navigation based on a globe?
Like I said, because you believes it.
Fail.
Yeah. All right.
Roby, $5. Ryan has already made up his mind, despite the lack of evidence. He already wants the Earth to be flat, so he has to ignore everything against his view. Yes, he does. What are you going to do when your experiment doesn't show you what you think it's going to show, Ryan?
Well, then I'm going to ask to get in a fucking rocket.
Yeah, you might need a bit more money for that.
Yeah. I don't think you can quite swing that.
First, I'm going to have somebody show me how a spacesuit works in a vacuum, and then I'm going to get in a rocket.
I mean, there's plenty of videos of that happening. Just ask James May. Bacon Muncher 501 for $2 says, tell him to explain what space rockets do. Ryan, could you tell us how a rocket creates thrust in a vacuum?
It shoots something out of a nozzle, and then it propels itself forward.
Basically, yeah. Why is that so hard for so many of them to understand? Fossqueen Gaming for £2 says,
a resistance move.
can I come in to explain viruses, medical student? I might actually set up a debate between you and someone who doesn't understand viruses for another time. I like the idea of that. Nate Walker, $4.99. What's his favourite example of a working flat Earth map? Ryan, what is your favourite example of a working flat Earth map?
I think Dave's app, the Flat Earth Zodiac and Clock app, works just fine.
It really doesn't. No, absolutely not.
It fails at everything.
When you fail to understand the scale of the map, yeah, sure it fails. But you guys...
what's the scale?
No, the scale of the map would be the size of the Earth, and we're aware of that scale. And it really doesn't work at all.
Okay, show me an example where it doesn't work.
Just ask Wolfie, he debunked it quite conclusively.
The
I
distance...
looked at Wolfie's video where he shoots it, I can't remember the numbers or whatever, but he doesn't understand the scale of the map. He doesn't understand direction or scale of the map. And neither do you guys if you just accepted that as this map is no good.
Apparently, well, then I've never seen anybody that does understand the scale of that particular map.
No, definitely not.
A flat map of a flat surface would have a linear scale. There's that word again. It'd have a linear scale in all directions. It would be the easiest type of map to make.
Yes, and that's why everyone uses it.
Nobody uses
the
AE map. Nobody does for navigation. It would fail.
For instance,
planes
it
would
was
crash. They would run out of fuel and crash.
It was literally designed for you to be able to tell the time based on where you were, not to navigate the Earth. The person that created it, Alexander Gleason, literally said that it's a timepiece. It's not an accurate map, and it's based on a globe.
Well, welcome to the new Eon. It's Aeon for a reason, boys.
I'm sorry, did someone just turn 2 pages at once?
You know, you can laugh all you want, but...
No, I'm generally confused. It's like I went away for a second and forgot to pause the movie.
Hey, Craig, when you're gonna destroy Mitchell from Australia, you and Simon Dan. Why haven't you guys done that yet?
I've been very busy getting stuff sorted out. I'm speaking to Mitchell tomorrow. Simon Dan doesn't want to talk to him because he thinks he's funny. But I'll be talking to him tomorrow. That'd be fun.
It doesn't require any talk. You just need to demonstrate that his video is wrong.
Yeah, that's not hard. His video literally confirms that what he's saying. It's hilarious. Dr. Peel for $5 says, if the sun only sets because light bends in our eyes, then why isn't everything else in the world lit up since the sun only sets in our eyes?
Light doesn't travel forever. You guys think that it starts lighting up the Earth when it's 18 degrees below the horizon. So I mean,
hold on a second.
Light doesn't travel.
Wait. If light has a distance it can travel, and the sun is closer than the stars, how do we see the stars?
Magic.
You don't see the stars that are very far away from you. They're up.
They're further than the sun.
We see the stars immediately above the horizon, which are farther away than the sun. How do we see them?
They're higher up.
That didn't answer the question. You said that there's a limit to how far the light can travel somehow magically. Defying all known physics, you've declared this to be thus.
Oh, is your light bulb lighting me up right now?
There's things in the way, so no.
Hey, talking about that light bulb part that in the Devil movie where it's like there's a light bulb and it only lights up this part, not the rest of it. How come I can still see the light bulb?
I love that. That is such a great part of. Oh my gosh.
How can
I
you?
mean, granted, there's only like a circle of light underneath it, but I can still see the light bulb.
Yeah, I think that probably has to do with our ethereal nature.
Ethereal nature. What
The
do you
fuck
mean
did you just
ethereal?
say?
Well, I don't think sight is fully understood, and
I agree that you don't understand it.
No.
Did you just have a stroke?
No.
I think I'm having one.
Okay.
Toby for
Wait, so
€10 says,
you're
what a
saying
clueless evangelical crusader of sub-mediocrity and a nostril-offending amalgamum of dross with glacially slow cognitive faculties. That's just an unfortunate occurrence of unprotected intercourse. Oofed.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
I'm getting that on a t-shirt.
I have a pretty good sense of humor. That was not funny.
Michael for $2 says,
Riley.
FTFE, what are your thoughts on the Pentagon UFO videos? I think you should probably ask, what's his name? Who's the debunker?
Yeah, bro.
Thunder something?
Are we getting invaded, bros?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Thunderfoot, go check out Thunderfoot. He talked about the and Mick West. Actually, they both talked about how the UFO videos are not really what they're making them out to be. Alison for $5 Australian says, yes. What?
So UFOs, they're not alien spaceships. You think they're government? Government's hiding something?
No, I just don't think they're what people think they are at all. I think they're
What do you think
explainable
they are?
phenomena. I don't think that it's craft that are moving at supersonic crazy speeds. I think it's misconstruing parallax and what the camera's seeing. Again, Mick West and Thunderfoot both done good videos explaining why a lot of these UFO videos aren't actually UFO videos. Yeah. Do I think there's some secret craft they haven't told us about? Maybe. Who knows? But most of them are quite easily explained by actually understanding how parallax and stuff works and the movement of cameras. And the auto tracking systems of those cameras and stuff. But yeah, check out Mick West and Thunderfoot.
Oh, I look forward to it.
Alison for $5 Australian says, wait, the international pilot doesn't understand scale. Does this guy even hear himself? Yeah, I know. Wolfie doesn't understand scale. He gets paid to understand scale. And then Bacon Muncher 501 for $5 says, asking what he thinks about NASA's Artemis and SpaceX's plans to colonize Mars. What's his excuse going to be for videos of people on Moon and Mars?
Oh, what's your excuse that we haven't gone past Leo in 50, 60 years, whatever the fuck it is?
Because we haven't needed to.
Listen, okay, if they haven't done anything by 2040, are you guys still ballers?
No, why don't you answer my question? What are you going to do when in the next few years Artemis lands on the Moon, and then within the next 10 years China and SpaceX land on Mars? What are you going to do when that happens? Are you just going to go,
like,
CGI?
I'll get back on the ball then, I guess. As soon as they make something happen.
Bollocks, will you? You're just going to claim it's all fake.
As soon as they film an eclipse from out there in space, I'll love it. I'll be
As soon as they film
again.
a clip from out there in space. My God.
They have.
Yeah, I'm
You think they
pretty
have?
sure they have.
Check. Let's see it.
Wow. And that's all the super chats. So, Ryan, have you got anything else for us tonight?
Have I got anything else for you guys?
Yeah.
No, I laid it all out on the table. Obviously, no one's going to help. No one gives a shit. Everyone loves the ball.
Well, go and set up a GoFundMe or something, and I'll gladly share it for you.
Find some Flerfy friends.
Yeah.
Send me $5. I'm in Seattle. Do you understand the ego here? There's no chance these people are going to question anything.
I'm
obsessed
pretty
with
sure
God.
if you find a group of flat earthers, P900s just appear out of thin air.
There's
Once
a global.
Once
Don't you know there's
you will never question anything because
Ryan, there's a global community of flat earthers. They'll give you money. They're rolling in it.
Yeah, there's literally flat earth millionaire.
Yeah.
They think I'm crazy too, I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah.
We're not crazy. Any group of people that have to shout "We're not crazy" are fucking crazy.
I guess I'll just go have to sell myself to the whatever, waste the money because no one wants to help.
Before you go, Andreas Eldritch has a question for you for 50 secs. How do you explain large ships disappear bottom first over the horizon and can't be zoomed back in?
Same thing I was just talking about with the sun.
But how come you can't zoom them back in?
He thinks aperture.
Right, he thinks aperture.
I think
you need to figure out what aperture actually is. Droopy Wiener for £2 says, Ryan, you remind me of the film Idiocracy. Flat Earthers, yes, absolutely. Any final thoughts, Ryan? And then you can set up your GoFundMe and I'll help you share it if you want.
Just a quick question for you guys. So if I did it with the boats and I showed that boats were disappearing at different times, you'd still think curvature is happening. It's just Snell's law or Wright-Clyde, blah, blah, blah.
Rayleigh criterion, yes.
Yeah.
RC,
and the bottom of the boats wouldn't disappear at different times.
I am completely confident that it will not disappear at different times based on aperture.
Yeah,
that's your hypothesis.
I would love for you to test your hypothesis.
But it won't do anything for the ball. It doesn't do anything to disprove the ball. No. Is there a way to disprove the ball? Is there a way to disprove the ball?
Yes.
What, how? Please tell me that.
You could produce a map that functions, that you can do international long distance navigation. That would be one very good way. You could use flat Earth knowledge to predict the next eclipse, where you would see it exactly, and to the minute when you would see it. That would be another way. Another way would be to tell us the angle of the sunrise for any position, for any day, anywhere on the Earth, right? To produce some method to do that. We already have that for the globe. We can predict exactly the angle of the sunrise and sunset any day, any part of the Earth. But using globe geometry, if you could do that with flat Earth geometry, that would be fantastic. Maybe if you could produce a mechanism that properly explains the magnitude of the downward acceleration.
Is there an experiment I could do? Is there an experiment?
And the variation of the downward acceleration all over the Earth. So the experiment would be, you would have your hypothesis for the downward acceleration would be, the downward acceleration is caused by this, and here's how we can know the magnitude of it, and here's how we can know the magnitude of it in different parts of the world. Then that's an experiment, then you can go test it. There we go.
Okay. Well, we're talking about the shape, not the downward acceleration. So how can I do an experiment to test the shape of the Earth?
I covered a few of them already.
All right, easy. You can do a pendulum experiment at 10 different places on the Earth and map out the results.
There you go.
I can watch a pendulum swing and figure out the shape of the Earth?
Yeah. If you do the maths of how far it swung at each point on the Earth, and then map out the results based on the predictions of a rotating globe, you could confirm the shape of the Earth completely. I've got someone here who agrees with me and knows the Earth is a globe. Dave, what shape is the Earth? Dave says the Earth's definitely a globe, and he wants to play with it. Say hi to Dave.
If the Earth was flat, cats would have pushed everything off of it by now.
You would have pushed everything off of a flat Earth, wouldn't you, Dave? Dave says yes.
Yeah.
See, he's attacking me now.
I appreciate
trying to push me
letting
away.
me speak. Obviously, no one's going to help me, but when I do what I do, start thinking about Snell's law, I guess.
And the Rayleigh criterion, absolutely.
Yeah, learn what they are.
Right.
All right, Brian. Well,
man.
thank you for joining. Hopefully, you find somewhere decent to sleep tonight.
Yeah, I will.
Yep.
All right, thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
Right. Couple more super chats. We've got Jeffrey Hallmark for $10. If the sun and stars are above us and we can't see the sun, it goes too far away, then you admit Poe or just really stupid. Just really stupid. K Possum for $5. What will Flerfs do when space tourism becomes more of a thing and people who aren't government shills will be confirming the globe as well? They will scream CGI even louder. Brad Dubay for $2. Become a satellite installer. Learn the globe. Yeah, absolutely. You become a satellite installer just based on the angles that you have to point the satellites at different places. You could calculate the shape of the Earth yourself.
You know what's hilarious?
Satellites are fake, aren't they? So
Simon Ramos used to do that. He used to be a satellite dish installer, and he's a flat earther.
Yeah, he's one of the bloody worst as well.
He's a horrible human.
And he's too scared to come on and actually debate me. Instead, he just demands that I show him proof I've got a job. Yeah, sure. YouTube.com/FTFE1. That's my job. Literally. You can look at my registered company, which is called Fight the Flat Earth Entertainment. It's a thing. I had to register so that I can pay taxes and stuff. So my company's called Fight the Flat Earth Entertainment. And you can search that up in the UK. It's a real thing. I have a job. I own a company. Just because I don't break into offices and pretend to wire them like he does. Let's just see if there's any response from Santos. No. He was sending me hundreds and hundreds of emails. And now, up. Yeah. I'm going to cover all the emails in a video that I'm hoping to release on Saturday whilst I'm away, because I'm away from Friday until Monday, my friend's wedding down in Portsmouth. So I'm hoping to have a video ready to release on Saturday whilst I'm away, titled "Flat Earther Threatens to Kill Me," where I'll go through all the emails.
Man, I think I'm stupid.
You are, Santos. You definitely are. I mean, it's maybe what happened when you were a child.
When I was a young boy, I grew up on the farm. I'm a country boy. And I used to fuck the cows and the pigs. I used to fuck the pigs, and the cows would come, and I would pat them and look into their eyes.
Oh, at least he looked into their eyes. Gotta love it.
He'd pet them, yeah.
Robeeb says, I will super chat $100 if you never bring Ryan back on. I hate how smug he is, despite understanding so little. Pisses me off to no end. I'll do that. I don't... He can go to Toon's channel to talk about his experiment. I won't bring him back on because he's never got anything. He just comes on, smiles at the camera, goes nuh-uh. At least we get some fun out of someone like Hip Hop Hippie.
Hey, you know the best thing the best thing Ryan ever brought to the debate, to anything, was that crazy guy in the street.
Yeah, that was amazing. I have to clip that as a short. What happens when you debate a homeless flat earther? Yeah, no. All right, I won't bring Ryan back on. He can go to Toon's channel for his experiment reveal.
Yep.
You didn't need. I thought you were joking. You didn't need to fucking do that, Robeeb. Oh my god. $100. That's fine. Here's the end of my bargain. Okay, now I really won't bring him back on ever.
I have to. Yeah.
Yeah. You genuinely didn't need to do that. I thought you were kidding. You fucking... Oh my god. You guys blow my mind. The generosity is insane. Words fail me, honestly. Every time I go live, the constant support I get, it's an ego boost for me. It feels really good, but it fills my heart knowing that you guys like what I do and support me so much. And I can never thank you enough. And so many people become members and super chat, and so many people share the stream and stuff as well. And yeah, that's the best way to help the channel. If you can't super chat, and I know not everyone can. Robeeb's obviously robbed a bank or something and sending me $100. Dude, thank you very much. But I know not everyone can. But same for Toon and me. Share what we do on Facebook. So much of the business that we get, the views and the flat earthers that we manage to interact with come because people post our stuff on Facebook. Do you know what percentage of views you get from Facebook, Toon?
It's not as good as you. Yeah, yours are higher than mine for sure.
Yeah, I get between 60 and 65% of views from Facebook, with maybe about 25% from YouTube watch pages and then some from Twitter. It's like a ridiculously high amount from Facebook. I love it. So really, that's the best way to help our channels. But thank you, Robeeb. That's insanely generous. Thank you, everyone else, for the super chats. Toon, are we going to go over to your channel and do anything?
Yes, I have Horatio saying that everybody's a pussy because they won't answer the phone call from him. That you heard me. He called me several times.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna put up the chat. He set up a chat with a whole bunch of other people on Facebook, and we'll see if he comes in. Otherwise, we'll just we'll laugh at some stuff. I got some Santos clips that we might look at. So
feel free to chuck the link in the chat. And we've got another couple of super chats. Conor Silver for $5. Don't thank us. Craig, fighting the stupidity is well worth the money we will spend. Besides free laughs and free education, it's a worthwhile cause. Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. And Magellan for $5 Sega Genesis dollars. Dave, is Dave there? Dave is down there attacking his own foot right now.
Dave's not here,
a very
man.
silly cat. Yeah, and that kitty you see there having a sleep is Cookie. She's an old lady. She's like 17 years old. Head over to MCTOONs for part 2 of this fun. Sorry Santos never turned up. Thank you, Ryan, for joining and making the next episode of Tau Ceti Alpha's Idiot series so easy. Thank you everyone that super chatted. See you guys in a bit. Remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth. Fight the flat. Fight the flat. Fight the flat. Fight the flat.